Testing, testing. All right, we're here. Sorry for the delay. Technology tends to not work when you need to, especially when you have plans for the day, and that's why we're here a little bit earlier. But this is the July 4th observed holiday for a lot of people, so happy holiday weekend. I hope you guys have all of your fingers intact, made good choices. I, on one hand, am a bloated husk of a man. I have shoveled just about every treat I possibly can into my body. I have done irreversible damage to my liver, I would have to imagine. But I'm here. I feel good. I'm hydrated. It's good to be back with you guys. So today, I don't have this pre-set up because I wasn't very prepared. I'll just call it what it is. I think on the last stream we decided that we're going to roll with Blake Corum as our starting running back. So I wanted to make that change. Boostamin, congrats on 4K. You guys deserve it. Thank you so much. I mean, that's all. It's not me. It's Steven Ostentowski. He's the man. I don't know how else to put it, but shout out to Steven. Good video on name, image, and likeness up on the site right now. Today's stream is Michigan at Wisconsin. This is the first time we take this show on the road this year. You're going to see those all-white Michigan jerseys in this mod of the game for the first time if you haven't played it before. So excited about that. Not excited about how this game could potentially go, but that's why we're here, to simulate it. It looks like the two teams are pretty evenly matched here. Boosterman says, I'm on my way to the Wisconsin Dells. I don't know how to respond to that. I've been to the Wisconsin Dells, both as a child as an adult. As a child, those little, let me make it 65 degrees, calm. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I've been there as an adult and as a child. As an adult, it was much more frightening. Tourist towns always kind of give me the heebie-jeebies, so to speak. But have fun. I know there's water parks there. There's a lot to do. It's hot here in the state of Michigan today. After this is done, I will be heading poolside. So shout out to me for that. You guys know the drill. Michigan, I don't play these sims. We sit, we watch, we talk, we ask questions. Talk about how your weekends were. But other than that, I don't have control over what happens. So I want to preface what comes next with that. So Michigan's 3-1 on the year. If the game didn't glitch out in the Washington game, they should be 4-0. Lost in double overtime in that game, but close calls against Western Michigan and Rutgers. A blowout win over Northern Illinois. That's what this has been, the totality of it. So I keep promising stats. I will have those tallied because I have been keeping track. I will have the totals tallied by the time we do the next stream, which will be tomorrow at our regularly scheduled time of 4 p.m. I'm going to add the third stream like I promised. So happy holidays for that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Des Nuts, or D's Nuts, whatever you want to call it. Where the F is my original comment? I see a reply, but no comment. I see the only other comment it says, I have a feeling this won't be pretty. I see that here, so it's there. No one's getting rid of your stuff. I promise. Yet. That's the key, right? Are you guys getting game audio today? Because I'm not hearing any game audio on my end. Like I said, I'm having some technical issues over there today, but that's all right. I can fill the gaps if I need to. We haven't had commentary on these anyways, so if I have to step in and be Brad Nessler, I will. But here we go. We're kicking things off now. Michigan will receive to start the game with all-white jerseys. Look pretty good. This is the first time I've seen him on screen in this game. So. We will do a Maize jersey game at some point. Yeah, the white jerseys look great. They did a really good job with that. 31 coming up. All right.
Number 57 on the tackle. That's good for a gain of 2 yards. First down.
To reiterate, Cade McNamara has not thrown an interception yet. I think he has 13 touchdowns in the 4 games we've played, which would put him on pace to absolutely shatter Michigan's program record for passing touchdowns in a season, which I think is 25? Question mark? Love to hear how everyone's holiday weekend went. I know today's Cinco de Julio, but again, it's a holiday for a lot of you guys. Most people, I think, have today off, so would love to hear how those holiday weekends went, because Michigan just went 6 plays and out. I'm going to do everything in my power to get to Camp Randall this year. I've been in Madison. I've walked around the stadium, but it was the off season. Smelled like a petting farm around there, on a hot July day, but it's got a charm to it. Shout out to the guys over at Bucky's Fifth Quarter. We love our friends over there. Big weekend for them with the home field apparel launch. I need an agua. It's Vincent Gray. Just got beat for a 51-yard touchdown. That looked familiar. I have a soft spot in my heart for Wisconsin's fight song because my high school ripped it off. Theirs is On Wisconsin. Ours was Onward Trenton. Shout out Trenton High School. Trenton, Michigan, go Trojans. so another one of those big tone-setting drives here. And a very familiar play call, handing the ball off on first down.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Okay. That play never works when I do these, when I play the games for real.
That makes it
But
1st and 10.
I know they've probably done that 3 or 4 times since we started these streams, and it's worked out pretty well. Oh, that's one you have to hit.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
Go Blue is here. Welcome back, Go Blue. Should I call you Go Blue times 2? I don't know. There you go.
Hicks makes the tackle at the 38-yard line. 1st down.
Hopefully some people took advantage of the 4th of July flash sale. Michigan was selling a ticket for the home opener that came with a hot dog and a drink for $60. Really, aside from these streams, not to pat myself on the back, the most buzzworthy thing that's happened with the program in the last couple months. All right, so I have a little bit of a drive going here. Protection's good.
No gain. That brings up 2nd and 9.
I know you ain't got it. Hey, check my 45. Check my 45.
Okay.
2 on the run. That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Protection. All right. Down to the 3-yard line.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Michael O'Hagan asks, why isn't McCarthy going to start? Because he's not quite there yet. I don't think it's... The fact that J.J. McCarthy isn't... I don't know if you mean the stream or if you mean real season. I'm going to just talk about the real season right now. It's a true freshman. And despite being a 5-star, I mean, he's not... He might not be one of those guys that is just plug and play. Probably needs to put on a little... Physically develop a little bit more. I think he can play. I think it might also speak to how they feel about Cade McNamara. Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you kidding me? Maybe he should start. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal.
That'll make it 2nd and 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Red 18. Let hot. Red 18. Let hot. . 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2
makes it 1st and 10.
Matt says Michigan offense should have pounded it in from the 3. I totally agree. Got a little too fancy there. Jimmy Whitner says, isn't that the first interception of the season? It is. It is. Don't know how many consecutive passes it was before then, but that's what it was. Go Blue ×2 says we're screwed. It's still early, but it's a familiar feeling here, right?
Up 2nd and 1. Of 6 yards on the play.
Julius Welshoff making an appearance here.
2nd and 15.
All right, so that's the end of the first quarter. Wisconsin leads 7-0. Obviously, Michigan had a chance to punch it in there and couldn't do it, and now needs a stop. Because I don't like... Well, we haven't seen this... So I think the scenario is what? They were down 10-0 in the Western Michigan stream. So we've seen them come back from double digits before, but Wisconsin, Camp Randall, that's a little bit of a little different beast. So. Jimmy Whitner says, I still hate all these white uniforms. I hope we change them this year. I don't hate the uniform. I'd like to see Maize pants. All right, that's a big stop. Matt says, who's going to be the captain of the defense? Is it Hutchinson? I would imagine he'll be one of them. The number of captains they have had, it kind of varies depending on the year. There's one year they had like 6 captains. Other years they've had like 3. So. Ben Crapel says, welcome back, Ben. He says, Wisconsin is literally just Western Michigan. Some people are saying that. Oh. See, those are the plays that other teams come up with in big moments that Michigan does not. Captain Dax Hill, yeah, Dax... I'd be pretty surprised if this wasn't his last year at Michigan, but we'll see. Brad Hawkins could be a defensive captain. Josh Ross could be a defensive captain. I think those guys could be pretty safe bets too. Me, it's a more interesting question. Who are the captains on offense? All right, nice play. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Dave Larman asks, how much have you enhanced McNamara so far? I didn't do much to him. I think I kicked up his awareness like maybe 2 ticks. And then his accuracy on this roster I downloaded was like 74. I kicked that up to like 82. Because my eyeballs tell me that. Jimmy Whitner says, I love these streams. Thank you. It makes me excited for the season, win or lose. Yeah, and we'll make sure we do these properly. Doing another game sim will be part of the content plan in season as well. Because things change, right? Ben, I feel like Ronnie Bell would be a good candidate for captain. Yeah, that's enough. He's probably a lock to be a captain. I'd have to think. All right, so as poor as this has kind of gone so far, you're only down 10-0. Just put some kind of points on the board, which that play call isn't going to help that cause. And you're right back in it. So we'll see. Yeah, they have a lot of, I mean, for as much as people dog on the talent on the roster, or whatever you want to call it, they have a lot of good, I think, good high character guys that you put in front of a microphone and they can, acquit themselves well. So I think that's a good spot to be in too. No, almost none of the questions I have about how this season is going to go has to do with the players. It's on the sideline mostly. Ugh. See? You're 2nd and 1. Take a sack, your 3rd and 9. It's just stuff like that. Got someone. All right. Look at Eric all with the hand, with the mitts. D's nuts. Was that a DL he threw the interception to? I don't think so. You'd have to rewind. Oh, well, maybe it was a DL then. Doing this live without the benefit of replay, so. All right. I'm right back knocking on the door.
Nelson makes the tackle at the 14-yard line. First down.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outside there.
Oh, Kurt Pittman says, there are questions about players too. There should be questions about the players at corner and defensive tackle at least. No, I totally agree with you. Michigan hasn't recruited those positions very well. Chris Hinton and Mozzie Smith, those dudes need to be studs, or they need to play well. Cornerback, I don't know how you fix that, because you went a couple recruiting cycles taking guys who were 3-star guys that run like a 4.6 or 4.7. I don't know how you fix that. You don't fix that this year. So that's why I say it's not a player question. It's maybe more of a player acquisition question for me. Jimmy Whitner, who do you think will be our breakout player this season? I think Blake Corum on offense is a good pick. Defensively, I do think in year 3 that Chris Hinton will put it together. All right. 5 or 6 on 3rd down and no points. Gotta convert here. There we go. Oh my God. Is that Eric All? Might have been Schoonmaker. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, and you have to hold on to that. Points. There are times where I'm like, nah, this game's kind of hokey and not realistic. Jimmy asks, can you fix that by playing less man-to-man and playing different zones? So here's the thing about, I'm sure that those concepts have been introduced. So, like, here's what people don't realize about something like last year, or in these, like, 2018 Ohio State. Everyone goes, oh, well, they're getting burned man-to-man. You just got to switch to zone. You don't just switch to zone. You rep zone. You install zone. You recruit guys that can play zone. Don Brown's defense was a very in-your-face, and let's call it what it was too. I mean, the reason we saw a lot of pass interferences early last year is because they're very grabby. And what you see when cornerbacks get grabby, it's usually because they've been beaten off the snap. Now, guys like your Lavert Hills, your Jordan Lewises, your David Longs, those guys could get beat off the snap and have the athletic wherewithal or the intangibles to kind of recover from that. Maybe not be as grabby, but Michigan's defensive backs were coached to, play a physical, in-your-face, man-to-man style of defense. So when people say, oh, well, they just should switch to zone, it's not like playing Madden where you just call a zone coverage. If you don't practice a ton of zone, if that's not like a staple of what you do, hey, there's a pick. Who came up with that one? Brad Hawkins. So yes, you can protect guys by scheming around them, and I don't think this is one of my favorite Stephen Ostentowski quotes. Is Michigan's last coaching staff, like the last defensive staff, schemed around what they thought the best version of their players were, whereas coaches really should scheme around what the worst version of their players are, because then you can, you're protecting guys, you're shielding them from their weaknesses and things like that.
Number 19 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
All right. After all that, have a chance to go tie it up now. Again, just no sense of urgency.
Number 35 with the tackle at the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Johnson, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
So many missed opportunities. Ugh. Feels pretty accurate, doesn't it? Use your timeouts.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Lewis says, since Lloyd Carr, this program spiraled downski. No, it's really been since, like, Ohio State 2018. They got their mojo back for a bit. I mean, I've been... Ohio State 2018 broke everyone's brain in the program. So... Kurt Pittman says, the struggle of simulation Michigan in many of these games has felt all too familiar. Yeah, just not even... CPU's so dumb. Not even attempting to take timeouts. It makes me very angry. But it's funny. It's a nice little clapback when people say, why would anyone watch Why would anyone watch those streams? They're not. It's just a stupid, silly video game. These streams have felt more like Michigan football than anything I watched last season. Last season was just a joke. This has felt like way more close but no cigar. All right, there's your halftime, 10-3. Missed opportunities all over the field. Not surprising, but that's what's happened so far. Lewis says this program should have been spanking teams for the last 3 decades. I mean, sure. Oh. Takeaways so far? Pardon me as I do the little social media blast. Wisconsin will get the ball first. Lewis, you're killing me with the emojis, man. Since 2018, what games have you been watching since Carr? I watched, in person, mind you, Michigan play for a Big Ten East title in Columbus in 2016. I watched them win 10 games. I watched Brady Hoke won 11 games one year. I watched Jim Harbaugh win 10 games in 3 of his first 4 years. I don't know. This expectation that they should be undefeated every year. Have high expectations. Have high goals. But, I mean, there has to be a self-awareness of what goes on around you, too. I mean, the 2-decade pummeler has been Ohio State. If there was that, the football god said a team from the Midwest is going to be a juggernaut for 20 years. Guess what? It's not you. It hasn't been you. They haven't won a Big Ten title since 2004, so, I mean, that's on Lloyd Carr, too. Institutionally, athletically, operations-wise, everyone's failed. So I don't know what to. We're just here playing. We're playing a video game and having fun. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I get it though. I get the frustration. I'm frustrated too. Lewis says my first Michigan game was 1969 OSU at the Big House, upset city. Yeah. Dave Larman says, was the 2016 spot game the one you were at, right? Yes, that was the one. Synced it with my own 2 eyes. The drop pick is fine there. We're just here having a good time on the 5th of July, that's all. All right. Here comes that Michigan offense. Go blue says last time we beat OSU I was 5. I was a little older than that. Was it 2011? So I would have been 19. I was 19. Until the pandemic, I had never watched that game. I'd never seen that game. I was not writing yet. I was not in the Michigan blogosphere or any of that stuff. I was working, and as far as I knew, I'd never seen it. So as far as I knew, that game never happened. But I watched it during the pandemic. It was a lot of fun.
Nelson brings him down at the 40-yard line.
Kurt Pittman says, I fully expect to lose to OSU every year. It's the struggles with MSU and getting manhandled by Wisconsin. That feels really bad. Yeah, I agree with you. You have to take care of business in state, and you recruit better than Wisconsin does. I mean, there's no... I will not slander... I mean, Wisconsin's been, outside of Ohio State, maybe the most consistent program in the Big Ten over the last 20 years. And... but you have the better resources than them. I mean, there's no... I agree with you. Matt asks, what's Blake's speed on this game? We need to put it up. I think he's like a 92 or something. Dude, they have Donovan Edwards. This roster I downloaded had Donovan Edwards at like 79. I'm excited for Roman Wilson, says Matt. I am too. I think that could be a breakout guy as well. This team has good football players on it. And Red on Q, Go Blue, says we have to start developing players better. That's, to me, when I say things like most of my questions aren't about what's on the roster, it's about how they develop it. And they haven't done a very good job. They just haven't in a lot of areas, namely at quarterback. I didn't even notice that they just turned the ball over there.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch number 5, watch number 5. Yeah, you don't want none. Ready, flag and cut.
Dave Larman, can I watch all the games if I get YouTube TV? Michigan like the actual games this year? Yeah, I think so. That's what I used last year. Most of the games are on ABC, ESPN, or Big Ten Network. So if you have YouTube TV, yeah, you'll be able to watch all that.
That is a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll make it 4th and 2.
I think cable's a giant grift anyways, so. But it's starting to catch up to, that bubble's starting to burst, and now it's costing almost as much to stream, plus your streaming services, as it would to have cable, so. All right, here they come again. Running the option.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Tell you what, I'm ready to be poolside today. I'll give you that.
Number 2 is the ball carrier. Call it a gain of 6 yards. That makes it 3rd and 3. Number 2 carries the ball. Gain of 3 yards. First down.
Jimmy says, I'm excited to see if I get tickets to the MSU game I put in through the U of M ticket office. I hope you get to go. Everyone should go at least once. I'm not a big Spartan Stadium fan. Objectively speaking, it's not a rivalry thing. I just think that it's kind of outdated, and I don't like the logistics of getting from where you park to the stadium, so not crazy about there. But you should definitely go.
For a gain of 6 yards. That brings up second and 5.
Hey, check my 45. Check my 45.
All right, here comes another third down, folks. Let's see how they disappoint us this time. Hey! First down.
Team makes the tackle. Gain of 6 yards. First down.
Double tight. Double tight. Double tight. 2 down. 2 down. Check the running back. 25.
Hanson takes the rush.
We'll do this Hanson cameo. We like to see that.
That brings up second and 1.
Here we go. Red 68. Red 68.
Haskins the ball carrier. That's good for a gain of 5 yards. First down.
Tight end left. Tight end left.
Could we beat Wisconsin this year for real? Yeah, I think you can. This team doesn't suck. Hey! Look at that. Everyone complaining about running the football. Michigan's on the board. Touchdown. We are all tied up while pending the extra point. Don't want to get too ahead of myself. Good blocking on the edge. That's how it's done. Attack the edges with those athletes you have. Cool to see.
The kick is good.
All right. We're all tied up.
The kickoff is down for a touchdown.
God, has it been since 2000 since they won at Camp Randall? I want to say since 2000. Early 2000s. For a while, Wisconsin wouldn't really be on the schedule. Now, it's like they play them every year,
Second and 5.
which I'm cool with. I mean, I don't want to see them play, Purdue and Illinois. I want to see Wisconsin. I want to see them play the best teams in the conference every year. And beat them.
Hutchinson on the tackle. Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up second and 3.
All right, fourth quarter time. It's been every bit the Big Ten slobber knocker that someone wants to watch on a July 5th Monday at noon.
Here we go. 395. Run.
Kurt says, I'd rather have a win over Illinois than a loss at Wisconsin. But you know what? Like, a win over Illinois doesn't mean shit. It means you bullied a bad team again. I want to see them play Wisconsin. If they get their shit wrecked, then yeah. Those are barometer games. I mean, do we really like having 9 automatic wins in a season and then getting shit pumped by everyone else? No, I want you to play the best teams you can play.
That makes it second and 2.
That's how I feel about it. I'm not picking on you or anyone who feels that way. But we don't learn anything about these. We don't learn anything by playing Purdue or Rutgers. So a couple years ago when they played Alabama in the Citrus Bowl, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna get destroyed. It's like, no, you want to see how you measure up against the best teams that you could possibly play. Those will tell this. The argument for keeping Jim Harbaugh has always been, well, Michigan's always going to win the games they're supposed to play. That they're supposed to win. But, I mean, someone hit on it earlier. The most damning mark against him is how he does against the teams that are like, yeah, they could possibly lose that game. Dave Larman asked, with the new coaches and coming off of a 2-4 season, does this year feel like a rebuild? It feels, a reset button's been hit. I mean, it feels in a lot of ways like 2015 all over again. I can even remember that season, people going, I mean, there's a lot of changes, obviously. Stuff is I mean, it was the first year of Harbaugh, so the optimism was much higher, but they might win 5 games this year. They might, one of those type of deals. Similar expectations coming into this year, but I can see a scenario where they win 9 or 10 games, including the bowl game. A lot of things have to go right, and a lot of things did go right in 2015. I'm less confident that those things will go right this year, but we'll see. The difference is, I mean, if they have a bad year this year, then that's it. It's over. If that happens, they'll be time to back a Brinks truck up to Ames, Iowa. Iowa State, shout out to them, could be a sleeper for the playoff this year. If Iowa State makes the playoff, wins the Big 12, I don't think they will, because Spencer Rattler's probably going to go off at Oklahoma this year. But if Iowa State makes the playoff, dude, I don't care if Jim Harbaugh wins like 9 games. I'll have seen what I need to see to know that Matt Campbell is the dude moving forward. Go Blue Times 2 asks me, you do think they'll make a bowl game, right? I do. Kurt says, what constitutes a bad year for you? I feel like the staff will be back after 7 wins. I'd say 7 wins or less is probably because if they only win 7 games, that means, so we're assuming that they lose to Wisconsin, Penn State, Ohio State. That's 3 right there. You have to lose 2 other games somewhere that are pretty winnable. To me, the Washington game is winnable. Michigan State is winnable. Nebraska, winnable. Maryland, winnable. You got to lose 2 of those. If you lose 2 of those games somewhere, 7 wins doesn't do anything for me. Not in year 7. So I would say 8, with them being competitive in the bigger games, I think is probably the magic number. They've already lost one of those winnable games in our streaming series, and they appear to be well on their way to losing a second. I don't think Ward Manuel's an idiot. I think he's going to kind of know. I think there are things that he needs that he'll want to see. He's a former football player. He knows what that looks like. So.
34, eyes on 34. You got nothing. You got nothing. Ready. Black and ball.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Jimmy says, how is Nebraska to go to as a visiting fan? I've never been, so I couldn't tell you. Maybe someone else could fill you in. Does Central Michigan go there this year?
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Wide 88!
No.
Wide 88!
No, I've never been, so would love to go at some point. I think I said on one of the other streams before this that I am looking at hopefully making it to at least one of Wisconsin or Penn State this year. I'll be in East Lansing. That's the one road game I can, assuming they'll have me, which has never been an issue before. All right, big third down here. They're running clock already. Okay, that's a big play.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it
Bringing the
4th and
house. I've never seen a punt blocked in this game. So. What? Jeez. I know it's just a video game, but seeing what we saw last season and just like pretending in my head that this is how the 2021 season will go, this isn't unreasonable to me. This isn't unrealistic to me. I could see what's happening.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
And you're still running the fucking football. Pardon my French. YouTube made me label this video for kids or not for kids. It's not for kids.
Ball makes the reception. Call it a gain of 8 yards.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 57's the right. Mark 57.
La-di-da-di-da. Get to the sideline. Good God, man.
That's a gain of 9 yards.
It's too realistic.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Well, at least something stopped the clock, because they're not going to. Kurt Pittman, Michigan football not safe for children. It's accurate. Some of my earliest memories were watching college football games with my dad. Learned a lot of words in my years watching football with relatives. Why is the clock running? He went out of bounds. Because this game is stupid as hell.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
What? Was that a two-handed pass?
Anthony does the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
I'd love to see the replay of that. Looked like a chest pass.
57's the right. Mark 57. Ready. Wide 80. Motion.
Okay. Let's go.
Bolton makes the tackle.
Let's go.
4-yard line.
Any day now.
Makes it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Ah! Yes! Let's go. Oh my God. It's doing the thing again. Remember from the Wisconsin stream? Hold on, I'll fix that. There we go. All right, we're all tied up. Big time balls on that drive. Love to see it. We're alive. There's a pulse here, folks. Should be winning this game. I was gonna tweet out, "Come watch the conclusion," but I don't want to invite people in to see our pain if this goes awry. We'll wait for overtime. All right.
Second and 6.
Here we go.
Call a timeout. Call a timeout.
Patriot. 36.
That makes it 37.
Let's go. Red 68. Red 68.
Oh my god, I hate this fucking video game. Call a timeout! I guess we're going overtime because it's more entertaining that way. Jeez. If they had scored on that, I would have rage quit and this series ends forever.
Right. 3 down. 12's the fight. Ready. Red 18. Come on.
I'm sorry, that was stupid.
That brings up second and 9.
But hey, lets us know we're alive, right? See, we just find ways to make it entertaining. That's what we do here. We're entertainers. I just want to go to the pool, man. Got people hopping on for overtime now. Welcome, new viewers. You missed the dumbest end to a game I've ever seen since the last time we were in overtime. Here we go. Big stop.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Hold them to a field goal here, then your destiny's in your own hands.
Let's go.
Or not. Overrated. Control your own destiny. Pfft, overrated. Who does that? All right, touchdown. Jimmy says, your commentary makes this even more fun. I wish I could hear you during the real games. Well, the thing is, I'm in the press box for most of the real games, and we can't talk at all. So, imagine all this just bouncing around my head, but me sitting there going, yep, football, fun, great sport, awesome.
The extra point attempt is good.
I don't know what that was all about. I was like, wait, did they just call the game? day. Find someone. Could have made a sandwich back there. No one can get open.
Man left, man left. Pull down, pull down. Hey, check right 57, right 57. Ready.
There's the Eric all we know and love. Welcome back, baby. Go Blue, go Blue. Why can't you talk football in the press box? We can talk football. It's a non-cheering, it's a working area, so you're not being loud, you're not being obnoxious. What a shitty... That was maybe the worst offensive overtime possession I've ever seen in my life. So that's a loss. It's a loss.
And the Michigan Wolverines. 17.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Other than that checks out to me. As authentic, as realistic. Yep. Yep. Feels about right. So, let me put you into what happens next after this. If this is how it plays out in real life, Michigan's 3-2. They go to Nebraska next week. If they lose to Nebraska, fire everyone into the sun before Thanksgiving. Wow. Let's check the stats before I drink more and pretend that didn't happen. Graham Mertz did okay. Caden McNamara, those two picks were killer. I mean, that's ball game. The one was in the end zone. That's your ball game. You lost by a touchdown. Blake Corum was good, did his part. Spread the ball around. I mean, not terrible there. The sacks were killer. I think Michigan may have just had the one sack. 2 sacks. 1 pick. That's really too bad because that was a winnable game. And now I feel the way I feel about a lot of these winnable games they've dropped over the years. Well, what these streams do is they provide us an opportunity to come back quickly. And at this point, I'm looking to expedite this series because I don't know if I could do several more weeks of this. So we're going to do 3 a week. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the Nebraska stream, followed by, I think, Northwestern after that, which would be Thursday. I don't know. It's still a holiday weekend. I don't want to be here any longer than you do after just watching that. So appreciate you guys coming in. You can follow me on Twitter at Anthony T. Broom. Follow the website at Maize and Brew. Right below me, click that subscribe button. We just went over 4,000. That's all Steven Oskentowski. You can repay him by following him on Twitter as well. Podcast-wise, Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, where we are wherever you are. 3-2. Dang it. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.